Factories, rubbish tips, gasworks and beautiful urban sprawl, whichever you want, just name it. Britain can show you them all. Forget all the tourist pictures that the travel advertisements show and look at the backside of Britain, the Britain that most of us know. Visit our wonderful slag heaps. They're a sight you'll never forget. And try, which will not be difficult, to go on a day when it's wet. They reflect all the ancient splendour of the great Victorian age, the sombre, imposing scenery on Britain's industrial stage. Never mind Ben Nevis and Snowdon, they don't deserve all that fuss. They were only made by God. The slag heaps were made by us. Or if flat, rolling countryside is your idea of bliss, there's a stretch of it outside Swansea which you certainly mustn't miss. Forget the boring Sussex Downs and the dull old Yorkshire Dales. Compared with the Swansea Valley, their simple attraction pales. Fretted with rusting ironwork and carved in crumbling stone, the ancient fabric of Britain has made the valley its own. And if you want military pageantry, you don't have to go to the Tower. England is strewn with memorials recalling her finest hour. The war has been over for 20 years, but still the monuments stay, reminding us all of a glory which will never pass away. The British preserve their memories of the time when they passed through fire by stuffing them into nissen huts and tying them up with barbed wire. And there's plenty of guides and curators who are dying to show you round the modern industrial monuments with which our country is crowned. Beside those winding country lanes, which we like to call trunk roads, examples of British craftsmanship are dumped every day in loads. Why don't you pay a visit? Drop in for an hour or two, and you'll see that Britain can break it, just like she used to do. Or perhaps it's our ancient buildings that you've come all this way to see. Well, it's here, not in Woburn or Windsor, that you really ought to be. An Englishman's home is his castle, and here every castle hall has a quaint old sagging ceiling and rising damp in the wall. You can see how the rugged natives still managed to survive in conditions that weren't luxurious when Victoria was alive. And if it's ruins you're after, Britain's a treasure store. With every day that passes, we're creating more and more. We may not build enough houses, but every city and town can show you proof that we're excellent when it comes to knocking them down. You'll find all sorts of places where we've knocked them down with haste, and a year or two later the land they were on is still a derelict waste. These are the houses we live in, terraced and semi-detached. They don't have columns and porticos, they're not half-timbered and thatched. It may not be quite like the posters, but still I'm prepared to bet if you visit the backside of Britain, it's something you'll never forget.